Small-town festivals may seem like cheerful gatherings filled with parades and sweet treats, but beneath the surface lies a chilling darkness. These events, meant to unite communities, often conceal unsettling secrets and eerie occurrences. From mysterious disappearances to ghostly encounters, we'll explore how these joyful celebrations can become the backdrop for spine-tingling tales. Join us as we uncover the hidden darkness that transforms these festivals into haunting memories once the lights go out. In the quiet town of Eldridge, the annual Festival of Shadows was a beloved tradition. Families gathered to enjoy games, lanterns, and the highlight of the evening, the Shadow Puppet Show. This year, Sarah and her younger brother Tommy attended, excited to see the mysterious performance. As dusk fell, an eerie chill filled the air, and the puppeteer cloaked in black began his show. At first it seemed innocent, dancing animals and mythical creatures made from shadows, but soon the stories took a darker turn, with tales of lost souls and forgotten spirits. Sarah noticed something strange. Townspeople were vanishing, one by one, swallowed by the shadows. No one else seemed to notice, as if they were under a spell. Realizing the terrifying truth, Sarah knew the puppeteer was not just entertaining the crowd, he was collecting their souls. The once joyful festival had turned into a nightmare, and the shadow puppets were no longer mere images. They were alive. Grabbing Tommy, Sarah tried to flee, but the puppeteer's shadowy tendrils reached out toward them. The crowd remained entranced as the darkness consumed them all. Sarah and Tommy barely escaped the square as the festival grounds were engulfed by shadows. By morning, the town was silent. The festival grounds were empty, and the townspeople were gone, lost to the shadows forever. And every year, when the Festival of Shadows returned, Sarah would remember that fateful night when the puppeteer claimed his victims. Story 2. The Harvest of Horrors. Every autumn, the quiet town of Maplewood came alive with its beloved Harvest Festival, a time for family, food, and fun. The air filled with laughter as children bobbed for apples and the smell of roasted corn drifted through the town square. But this year, an unsettling feeling hung over the celebration. As night fell, the townspeople gathered for the traditional bonfire, where Mr. Harper, the town's oldest resident, shared the story of the festival's dark origins. Decades ago, desperate farmers made a pact with a malevolent spirit to ensure a bountiful harvest. In return, the spirit demanded a price. Every few years, a villager would disappear during the festival. As Mr. Harper spoke, a sudden chill swept through the crowd. Then, without warning, a young woman vanished into the shadows. Panic rippled through the festival, but before anyone could react, more people began to disappear, one by one, swallowed by the darkness. The once joyous celebration turned into chaos. People fled, but the shadows followed, claiming them one after another. By dawn, the town square was deserted, the festival grounds eerily silent. The townspeople had vanished, leaving only the memory of their fate behind. Every year, Maplewood's Harvest Festival continues, but the pact remains unbroken. The spirit in the woods always returns, claiming what it's owed. Story 3. The Cursed Carnival. Every year, the small town of Briarwood came alive with the dazzling lights and lively sounds of its annual carnival. The fairgrounds were packed with families eager to enjoy the attractions, spinning teacups, towering Ferris wheels, and game booths promising oversized stuffed animals. The air was filled with the sweet smell of funnel cakes and popcorn, and laughter echoed across the grounds. But beneath the surface of this cheerful scene, an uneasy feeling simmered. Those who were particularly aware sensed that something was off, like a shadow lurking just out of sight. As night fell, strange things began to happen. The Ferris wheel suddenly swayed violently, though no wind stirred. The clowns in the funhouse grinned too wide, their eyes following guests in ways that felt far too real. Mirrors inside the funhouse showed not just distorted reflections, but dark figures lurking just behind the visitors. Children's laughter twisted into terrified screams, but by then it was too late. Those who entered the funhouse were never seen again. Whispers spread quickly through the crowd. There was talk of a curse, of a dark pact that had kept the carnival alive for decades. Years ago, the carnival's founder, James Mortimer, was said to have made a pact with a vengeful spirit to ensure the carnival's success. But there was a price, a terrible one. Each year, during the carnival's busiest night, the spirit would claim a sacrifice. No one knew when it would strike, but each year someone would disappear, never to be heard from again. The town had chosen to forget this chilling tale, but now it was clear, the curse was real. As the night wore on, panic set in. The lights flickered, casting unsettling shadows across the grounds, and the once happy music took on a sinister, distorted tone. Families tried to leave, but the exits were nowhere to be found. The gates that once welcomed them had mysteriously disappeared. The carnival had become a trap designed to ensnare souls, feeding the spirit that demanded its annual sacrifice. The joyful atmosphere turned to pure terror as one by one, people vanished into the night, swallowed by the darkness and never seen again. In the early hours of dawn, the carnival grounds were eerily empty. The rides stood still, the booths were abandoned, and the once lively atmosphere was now steeped in a haunting silence. Only the faint echo of laughter remained, carried on the wind, as a chilling reminder of what had transpired. Each year, the cursed carnival returned to Briarwood, luring unsuspecting victims into its trap, leaving behind only fear, loss, and a growing number of unanswered questions. Today, we explored 3 chilling tales that reveal the hidden dangers lurking behind the cheerful facade of small-town festivals. From the Eerie Festival of Shadows, where a puppeteer's dark magic claimed unsuspecting souls, to the Harvest of Horrors, where a sinister pact turned a celebration into a night of terror, and finally, the Cursed Carnival, which ensnared its visitors in a web of malevolence. These stories remind us that not all festivities are as innocent as they seem. As you reflect on your own experiences with local festivals, consider the secrets that may lie beneath the surface. Have you ever felt an unsettling vibe at a seemingly joyful event? We'd love to hear your stories in the comments below. If you enjoyed these spine-tingling tales and want to uncover more unsettling narratives, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Join us next time as we delve deeper into the eerie and mysterious world that surrounds us.